Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. And I am back with, I've got some more paint by numbers that I want to open with you. So I'm doing some openings. I went out there on Shein. It's similar to Temu and AliExpress, almost similar to Amazon, that sort of thing. They are the kind of the front man of, or front company, I should say man. People bring their things to market, and so that they can, people go on the app to buy things, that sort of thing, and you can buy paint by numbers from them. So, and I had bought some in the past. I've got some in my stash. They're fairly old. But I thought I would kind of freshen up my stash, and that's what I've been doing lately. So I bought some new ones. So I thought I'd share what I'd purchased with you, kind of open them up. Unfortunately, we're going to let them sit for a little while because I've got some other projects in front of them. So I've got a couple down here that I wanted to share with you. And I will put somewhere in my wonderful space around me, I've got another camera going on over here, what the picture looks like, the name of the company. I'll probably try to put some stats up here in regards to, because you can actually go on, and if you like the company, you can follow them, you can see how popular they are, how many things that they've sold, that sort of thing, so you can kind of see what kind of reputation they have before you go on and buy something from them. And you can see what comments that people have made, that sort of thing. So you can do your research before you buy something from them. So this first one, I will put the name up here because I'm not going to try to say some of the company's names, but I'm just not going to try. I did buy all of these that I have purchased. I bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. On January 31st, and they arrived on February 5th. So it didn't take them very long to get here at all. So I thought that was decent, and they all came together, which I thought was interesting. They didn't come separately, so I'm not going to question how they were all packaged together. They, for the most part, all but one of them, and I will do that in a different video. They were all folded. They just were. So that's it. This one, like I said, I will have a picture, and hopefully I put little post-its in my packages here to help me with my notes. This one is of a big butterfly, and like I said, I will have a really nice picture of it right here also. I thought it was kind of cute. It was kind of like that stained glass that's really popular with paint by number right now. So there's a picture of it, and they sent the traditional brushes with it. And like I said, it was folded. I've got some of the paints, and they are numbered. Doesn't look like they were computerized numbers, so they are numbered. So there's that. This is I don't know what size this is. Actually, pretty good size. Look at all that color. Wow, look at that thing. It's cute. Oh, he's got adorable. Yeah, I don't remember. Let me see if it's got it on the package there. Oh, it's 40 by 50. Okay, so it's 40 by 50. Look at all that color, though. And then on top of that, you're going to put more color on it. The paints look pretty good. I see a little bit of air in some of them. Some air bubbles. And the one looks a little questionable. I might store these. I'll store them face down, so maybe those air bubbles will dissipate. I do, because a lot of times I do not, because I do have a stash of paint by numbers. I do, and so I'm looking over there because I've got I have a tower of plastic drawers that I keep my paints in. Every so often, I will go in there and I kind of stir up my paints. Not literally opening up and stirring the paint, no. I just go in there and I kind of move around these things. And I will kind of, like, if they're sitting like this in the drawer, then I turn them like this and I move them around. So they're not sitting, they are sitting in room temperature all the time in my house. So if they're sitting like this for a couple months, then I will go in and I will turn them like this. So they get moved around a little bit. So they're not sitting for months and months and months and months and months, maybe years. Because I do have some that are very, very old. I just haven't got to them. I know. Some things in my stash are very old. And it's just because I get new ones and I want to do the new ones. I know. But so I will move some of these around. And so yeah. There goes the picture. But I will move the paints around so that they kind of get a little exercise. Oh, there you go. Alright, I suppose paint needs exercise. No, that would be a good question to ask people who make paint by numbers. If they exercise their paints, they'd probably be like, what? They're probably like, no, we do not exercise our paints. They probably say we don't keep our paints long enough to exercise them. We make them, we get them out the door. That sort of thing. I don't know. They probably think, no, crazy lady. Alright, so that is, he's like a dragonfly. I was saying he's a butterfly, but he's not a butterfly. He's like a dragonfly. He's gorgeous, though. So there's that one. So he's pretty good size. He would take a little while to do. The cells are a good size. The numbers are easy to see. Some of them are small, but I think with the aid of, I always have reading glasses that I use. There, a lot of people ask, what do you use to paint with, and I have strong reading glasses, and that's what I use. Now, occasionally, if I can't see something, I do have my phone that I can zero in, or zoom, I shouldn't zero in, zoom in, and that sort of thing, to try to see, if I can't tell whether an 8 or a 6 or something like that, I use my phone. So there's that one. Alright, so let me clear this one off, because we have another one to share with you. Alright, so this one, again, I am not going to try to say, and I spent $6.27, and I'll have some information up here in regards to that, so there's that one. Okay, this one, I'm not going to try to say the name. No, I am not, but I will have the name up here and a little bit of stats information in regards to this company. And I will also have a picture of this one. This one was a pretty flower, and there's the picture. I'll put it down here. Let the camera start to zero in on that. And this one I spent a whole $4.33 for. This one, and let's go ahead and open this up a little bit. I didn't see the paints. And here are the paints. There's the paints, and here's the painting. It doesn't have any back color to it, so I don't know if the camera's not going to pick up much on this one. It's just a white canvas with ink on it. So, sorry, camera's like, you want me to try to focus in on that? It's focusing some on it. It's just clear clear canvas. It's just clear. It's just a canvas, like a whitish canvas with ink on it. So yeah, looks good. They did send me duplicates. So I've got 2 number 1s there. That's nice. I see a lot of 1s in this background. Here's the picture. There's a lot of white in that background. So yeah. I could see, I would say this one would be categorized as possibly a beginner paint by number. I would say yes. I would say that the dragonfly, possibly a beginner to intermediate. I don't think either one of them would be considered like advanced or really hard paint by number to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think if you had someone who has done a few paint by numbers, would be comfortable doing either one of these. So even if it was a young person, a young adult who has done some paint by numbers, they would be quite comfortable doing either one of these. Now I don't know what condition the paints are in, and sometimes if the paints are questionable or have issues, that's where the more advanced paint by number person may need, I should say, comes in handy. If you've done them a long time and your paints are having issues, it's good to know what to do. But I see some air bubbles in the paints, but I'm hoping that they're going to be okay. I'm hoping, but I'm seeing some air bubbles, but we'll hope for the best with them, and hopefully they'll be okay. Like I said, I probably will not get to these. It's latter. Oh, it's February. I was going to say it's January. I was going to say it's the end of January. It is not. It is February here. So I may not get to these until maybe October. So you're putting you never know how long these have sat in the warehouse. You just never know. So, I'm going to put some age on these before I paint on them. I'm not going to paint on them right away. I would like to say I'm going to, but I've got so many other projects in front of them. I'm just not going to get to them right away. But when I do get to them, I will make sure that I tell the audience how long and how old they are, because that's only fair to you and it's fair to the company, because I don't want to give the company a hard time to say, I've let them sit for 6 months to a year and then give the company a hard time, because that's not fair. Now if it's brand new and I'm having issues, then that's a different story for a different day. But yeah. So, but we will get started on them soon. Or not soon, but eventually. Eventually we'll do it. But like I said, I spent $4.33 for that one. And for the Dragonfly, I spent $6.27 for that one. So I didn't spend very much money for either one of them. So there you have it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get off here and do some other things. And what do I always tell you guys? Go out there. Be absolutely awesome. Do your thing, and I'll see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.